What's up, Black family? How is everybody doing? I hope you're well. But actually, I know you probably aren't in light of today's current events. So we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to talk about why your execution is their entertainment. I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, but we've run out of time. We've just run out of time, and I think people aren't aware that we are in an actual race war. So I need you to pay attention and listen with your African mind, listen with your awakened brain, because I realize a lot of our people are not awakened, and this is why people and race soldiers and police and anybody, any race, this is why they can oppress us, because we have too many willing participants. I want to talk about the video going around about the brother that was executed again. It's so many that I can't even keep up. We had the Sandra Bland's, Philando Castile's. I honestly just can't keep up with the names at this point, but we have this brother that was lynched. I know his first name was George, but to be honest, I can't keep watching that type of stuff. I don't memorize it. I just know that brother's name, and y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. But I want to talk about why that can go on. The outrage, being outraged is not going to do it. Having him as a hashtag, you can put him on a t-shirt, you can do a mural with him on the wall. None of that's going to help us unless we start really talking about what's going on. And I'm going to read really quickly from my book, An Intro to Breaking Soul Ties and Womb Cleansing. It's on Amazon. And this is why it's for men and women. But I don't know if y'all remember that situation with Eddie Long, the mega church pastor in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and he was doing all types of things with the little boys, raping little boys, all the sex scandal, homosexuality sex scandal. He eventually died, right? And I talked about how people watched him die in front of them. They literally watched their pastor die. They tried to cover it up. It went away, and then he came back skinny, and they talking about he vegan, all this type of crazy stuff. And the man ended up dying. But this, I'm giving you context. And I always talk about the mega church because this talks about how we are delusional as a people when we subscribe to things, ideologies that do not serve us, old ancient ideologies that were put here to keep us asleep, which is that mega church and that mega white Jesus crowd. That's why I go in on that crowd, because that crowd has never been good to our people and it's never empowered us. So that's the context, okay? So I said at this point, any male that's a proud member of a mega church in an impoverished black community is semi-brain dead and or whack. This is not a Negro worth dating or marrying. Block, delete his number, and move on. And in the spirit of true black liberation, there is no room for men or women that stand by, do nothing, say nothing, while your people wither away and die in front of you. Some people may call Eddie's situation karma, but I can't think of a more perfect time in our community to revisit this lesson. And I talk about the three types of black people: the brilliant, basic, and the brain dead. Again, that's the brilliant, basic, and the brain dead. And I've always said that it's about 90% basic and brain dead, and it's only about 5 to 10% that's brilliant. But I mentioned that whole Eddie Long mega pack situation because I'm like, y'all sitting up here watching it. The church members watched it. Watching people die in front of them. You watching Sandra Bland, Philando Castile. You watched Tamir Rice. We keep watching. We watching but not doing anything, and we got too much to say to each other and not being on code and knowing what's really going on. That's why I want to go to my next point. Because if you're outraged, if you're heartbroken, if that's one of your emotions that you say that you have right now, you're already wrong. You shouldn't be heartbroken. You shouldn't be disappointed. You should be, at this point, focused, clear. You can have a silent rage at this point, but just get focused and clear about what it is. But all of that, I'm heartbroken and emotional, that's not it when you're at war. Have you ever seen soldiers acting like that in war? Emotional, hanging out with their enemy. Right, that don't even make sense, right? Okay. So this is another part of the book, and I'm talking about the counter warfare tactics. These are counter warfare tactics, how we can return to black love and how we can ultimately win as a people. Number one, recognize that we're at war. Black people wonder, what's going on? You can ask a Gambian right now, an African right now, a black person right now, what's going on? Well, you know, the Africans swear they don't know what's going on. The Gambians, why did he do that to that man? I don't understand. They don't know, so they acting crazy. They don't know what it is, but it's that we're at war. And the reason I said it like that is because we have to, number one, recognize we're at war and stop asking why. It's undeniable that the white supremacy system and their foot soldiers have waged a vicious war against black people on 4 levels: educational, economic, psychological, and reproductive. That could take up the whole video right there because we just don't even understand that we're at war on all of those levels. Number 2, admit we have a problem. We're damaged by 500 years of oppression and are still suffering psychologically. Number 3, become knowledgeable about the system of white supremacy. Until we understand what white supremacy is and how it functions, we will not understand what is happening to non-white and black people all over the planet. We cannot create solutions until we understand the problem, the same way we can't build a house without building a foundation. Become knowledgeable about the system of white supremacy. I see 90% of black people just don't even know what we're talking about. You think that word white supremacy is a little too harsh. You call us hoteps. That's how I know a lot of y'all nowadays, if Malcolm X was alive, y'all would have called him a hotep too. Y'all don't understand until people are killed, and then they can just continue to be killed because you don't have an off switch. This is 500 years of menticide. You've been suffering psychologically. You don't realize that it's a mental illness to be able to watch somebody die in front of you and do nothing. Y'all thought I was harsh. I made a post on my Facebook page. Y'all need to go follow me on Facebook if you haven't already. I was talking about, after lynching, the slaves went back to work too. Do y'all know that? They went right back to work. Think about it. Everybody used to be like, oh, I wonder how I would act if I was a slave. That couldn't have been me. Girl, it's you now. Think about what you're doing now. They lynching you now and you're not doing anything. Well, I couldn't have lived through the 60s, them sick the dogs on people, man. I couldn't have lived. When you look at a photo of that, you see black people, some of the black people just walking by, looking at a German Shepherd being, put on a black man for no reason. Like, you had people that were complacent back then and during slavery, honey, but you only had just so many few Harriet Tubmans and Riders and Nat Turners and Tues-Sat Louvertures and that knew. It's 2 types of slaves when they see a breach in the fence. It's one slave that'll go tell the master, hey, you need to put, fill in the hole, you need to fix it. And then it's the other slave that sees an opportunity and starts planning an escape. Most black Americans and Africans are the ones that go tell master, it's something. The fence has a hole in it, master. And y'all don't understand. Y'all are those slaves that went right back to work like it wasn't nothing. And you telling us we should be okay with it. It's the mental illness. And I'm not playing that with y'all anymore. If you don't understand 1804, you need to go look at the movie 1804, the documentary, the Haitian Revolution. This is why they had to get rid of the collaborators first. When they asked who is ready to die and who is not, before they went to war, they had to get a show of hands. And the people that weren't with it, they killed them. They got them out of the way first. And I see why they got them out of the way. We can't do nothing with y'all talking about we are the world, not understanding what's going on, laying up with the enemy, not knowing about the system, calling people that's giving you information, hotels. That's why we have to get you out the paint immediately. Because see, that's anti-survival talk. When you come on these posts and comments and videos and you start talking about not all white people, do you understand you look like that soldier in the middle of war, going to hang out with the enemy and coming back telling us, well, not all of them are bad. the women that's still going to the Koreans and Asians, the people that's still supporting our very enemies that's shown us over and over and over again. Y'all the ones that's going buying, giving your weapon, taking your biggest asset, your weapon, and you giving it to them. You just going to buy your guns from the Asians. In the middle of war with the Asians, you going to buy your guns from the Asians. Let me go to this one real quick. I'm going to skip ahead. Because these are counter warfare tactics. And how is that connected? 85% of y'all have no idea how that's connected. And this is why. Theory of non-participation. Non-participation is the most powerful weapon we possess. We have the freedom to not participate in those things that demean or shortchange black people. This includes not spending our hard-earned dollars where we are not respected. When you continue to support the designers, the industries, and not create your own, when you continue to do that over and over again in the middle of war, you're crippling yourself. You're giving up your weapon. It said it's our most powerful weapon that we possess. And you willingly give it up over and over again. So when we tell you, sisters, y'all look stupid, go to black-owned nail shops, build your own, stop supporting these people, turn that show off. They don't like you. Stop going up in there with them. They already fighting you. They think that you're trash. They look down on you. You letting your children be educated by them. Even Malcolm X said nobody but a fool would let the enemy educate his children. That's where we at right now. Integration was the worst thing for us. And what you think about it, we was fighting for our right to pay our money to people that hated us. That didn't make no sense. See, the point of black history, the point of history is to look at it. Even Dr. Neely Fuller talks about that. Black history is not for us to feel proud. It's for us to go back and see what we did wrong and correct it. Malcolm, not even Malcolm, but Martin Luther King realized, hold on, did I integrate my people into a burning house? Yeah, and once he figured that out, boop, he was out of there. I'm going to go to number 4. Stop keeping the secrets of white people. It's time to tell our children who the open enemy is. If not, we send them out to be slaughtered. If we want our children to compete intellectually with children from every part of the world, the time to prepare them is now. If y'all haven't told your children, if you haven't understood by now who the open enemy is, you laying up with them. See, you can't sex away racism. I don't care how many black dicks and how many white pussies and KBs you lay up in there. That's not gonna get away or wash away racism at all. It's just not. And this is why nobody respects black America. Do you know what would happen if you even harmed one of white people's or Asians' children or anything like that? Like, they go off. These are the only people you can do this to. At some point, you want to root for the underdog and see the underdog come back. We're the underdog black people. And we don't even have to be. We're the most powerful and all this type of stuff, and we great. But if you don't have a code, you're going to be the most weak. You're going to be suppressed. You're going to be wiped out. The name of the game is power and code. They have a code. They have a whole code. It's a whole religion around executing you for entertainment. And y'all don't even know it. Y'all thinking that y'all cool. Oh, no, I got some cool white friends. They're all right. All God's children. We're all God's children. All God's children language is violent language to me. If you come on here talking about not all white people and we're all God's children in the middle of war, you're telling me you're mentally ill and you have to go. You on their side. The problem all the time, sorry y'all, it's really not them, the colonizers. It's the colonizer sympathizers. You know what would happen if one of their children was harmed as a result, as a reply? You know how gangs really operate? If we went to the mob with this thing, they wouldn't bother us no more. All you got to do is bop them one time. All you need is a few soft targets and they will get the point. They keep taking out soft targets, our women, babies, children, men, people just chewing gum in the park. Boom, we can't even live. You know what I mean? We at the pool. Boom, you shooting us. We can't even live. We in the house playing Nintendo. Boop, we dead. Eating ice cream in the apartment. Boop, some white girl rushes in. Oh, I thought it was my apartment. I ain't know. I just didn't know. And then you got their family hugging them for forgiveness. See, this is a game right now. This is just a big game, and your execution is their entertainment. We gotta switch off. We gotta reset. Hey, hello. All of us aren't dumb out here. All of us have not willingly went into the delta position, submission. We ain't even in alpha. We're not in alpha position, black people. Not even in beta. This is delta. This is full submission mode, and you want me to join you, and I'm not. I realized the black people, we was the ones that was going to have to bring the revolution. I can't even trust the Africans for real, if you're not talking it like this. Because see, it's some riders. That's why I'm glad. It's some Africans, there's some riders that get it. But a lot of us, just like black Americans back at home, it was a lot of coons too. A lot of people that was cheering for Meghan Markle, cheering for the swirling. Oh, the bed winches are out. Woo, I want a zaddy. The zaddy campaign is heavy. The anti-black man campaign is higher and, more intense than it's ever been. The self-hate is real amongst the women. And I'm wrong if I check the sisters on these blue contacts, blonde wigs, and swirling behavior and telling you that's anti-survival and telling you why you cannot come over to this side. You already compromised. Real war. They not playing with you. All it would take is one soft target. I don't care where you at. This should have woke everybody up. It don't matter if you don't have to find George Zimmerman. You don't have to find the specific people. Anybody will do. Anybody will do. Because they'll get the message then. Y'all don't really want to fight. This is the worst boxing match I have ever seen. And you hoping that black people going to come back. And they like, oh, I forgive you. Oh, I forgive you. Oh, I forgive you. March, rinse, repeat. March, rinse, repeat. Forgiveness, march, rinse, repeat. All of us are not going to do that. We need to understand that at this point, you're probably going to have to get physical to some degree. You're going to have to get guns. You're going to have to be able to arm yourself. And you're going to have to be able to really protect your families. Which brings me to another point. Why are y'all mad for the Africans and the black people that decided to move away from that and come back home to Africa? Don't nobody want to deal with that, and you think somebody want to keep watching this over and over again? That could have been any one of us. Y'all don't even realize how to really be at war. Y'all have lost the war. You've lost the war. You've lost. And you don't realize that you still on a land burning. It's a burning ship. The house is on fire. You still talking about you've lost. Regroup. Y'all, this is war strategy. Y'all need to read The Art of War, Sun Tzu. Y'all still trying to set up camp on the battlegrounds and you've lost. Regroup. And you mad at us because we wanted to go away for refuge and to rebuild. That's the plantation prison mentality. Because you in the prison, you want us to stay in the prison too. And you don't appreciate us telling people about alternative of how they can really get out. These are the people that just they don't care about black empowerment. I'm serious. They can wear the unks and all of that, but when it comes down to it, they really just waiting to die themselves. Y'all don't want to really go to the psychological mental illness behind this. They don't have no solutions. They don't have nothing to say. All they have is just counter arguments and rebuttals. But deep down inside the fear, they don't want to live. They be better. You want them to just round you up in the FEMA camp, don't you? You're not going to do anything. And some of us are just boiling on the inside, like, let me see the next cracker, and it's on. We have to be more strategic than that. Be like them. Be strategic. You ain't got to go out here and start capping necessarily. But if you a gang member, a thug, and they too comfortable. They too comfortable. I see them walk around here and I be like, where's the kill squad? Where's the kill squad? All of this talking, I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want to talk about it no more. Why are you asking me to enjoy talking about this when I don't enjoy talking about this because we look stupid, Black America. Nobody respects us. You can disrespect our women, our culture. We'll still support you. We'll still lay up with you. And we can't get nowhere. The ones of us that's awakened, well, we're getting somewhere. But the thing is that it takes so much longer to get there because of the collaborators. That's saying we all got children and all white people, and they got a post going around, white people got a post going around talking about, I am white, but I do not agree with this, and I stand for you. You don't stand for us. If y'all don't get the hell on with that one, I stand for you. Listen, if white people had a problem with racism and mistreatment toward Black people, it will be gone tomorrow. It will be gone tomorrow. They're complicit. Y'all ain't figured that out yet. And you still talk. How about you got some white friends? You got some white friends? Okay, girl. Ooh, okay. And I got blonde, straight hair. Another point I wanted to bring up was the religion that we have and the ideology that we've had for so long, it's made us afraid to die. You're afraid to die. That's where all of that fear ultimately comes from, too. You're afraid to get physical. You're afraid to shoot that gun. You're afraid because you think that you're going to go to hell. Like, if y'all don't figure out what the Haitians did and what the slavery, African practice prior to slavery, y'all not really going to get free. And I try, Lord, I try not to go here, but we can only study the blueprint of what worked. The Haitian Revolution worked. Y'all better see what they practiced and what they did and how they won. It damn sure wasn't praying for forgiveness and praying for their enemy. They wasn't with that. And see, these Africans and Black people, this is why we couldn't really rock with y'all, because ultimately you're the enemy. You're the enemy. You're so asleep, you're brainwashed, don't know who you are, don't know what you worshiping, why you worshiping it. That religion don't empower you. And I misquoted myself the other day, but I said any religion that teaches you to love your enemy, that's a trick bag already. And we're supposed to be cool with y'all. The police officer had his knee on the man's neck. That's just complete. You're in an adult's position. We have no respect. No one's gonna do anything. Wash, rinse, repeat. Get the same lawyers, the same thing. Meanwhile, Black people are on TikTok fighting with other Black people in the comments, sending unnecessary emails to questions that have already been answered. We just don't know what we doing in the middle of war. Like, I don't know if y'all remember Dragonfly Jones and stuff like that. It was one episode, he was getting his butt kicked so much, he was delirious. He didn't know what he was doing. He started playing the piano. You getting your butt kicked so hard. Y'all don't know what to do. You don't know whether you want a TikTok challenge and do a brush challenge and go in the camera and out the camera. Y'all don't know what to do in the middle of war. The only thing you need to be doing in the middle of war is shooting. Remember Rosewood? Even the autistic boy said, Big Baby gonna shoot. It's time for that at this point. Big Baby gonna shoot. That boy had a mental challenge and he knew. Now Big Baby got took out in the next scene, but Big Baby went out a rider. Big Baby is an honored ancestor. While y'all dying as cowards, dying 1,000 deaths as cowards, but a true warrior will be remembered forever. His spirit will live on. You better believe that. And y'all camera spectators, camera warriors. Man, that's messed up, man. That's messed up, man. Well, what they were supposed to do, they were supposed to jump in and go to jail. Get off my page if that's you too. Yes, they were supposed to kill them. It's easy, y'all. They do it because they can. They've been deputized to do it. And as long as they have enough of us stupid enough not to know what's going on after 500 years, yes, they can get away with it. And it will continue to go on and on and on. Because you don't know what to do with your energy, black people, African people. You want to check my experience every day. You want to check the African YouTubers from the diaspora coming out here to have their experience and telling them well, what you need to understand and what you need to understand. Don't nobody need to understand that. We understand. Well, the poverty, no, it's about the system of white supremacy. It's about become knowledgeable about the system of white supremacy. Well, it's they don't understand. See, which one is it going to be, Africans? Are y'all the smartest race ever? Or we have access to technology now, and there's no reason for you to be stupid and not understanding who these people are. Which one is it? You can't say they treat you nice and they don't know because these Europeans treat the Africans nice. No, they don't, sweetie. Don't you understand? Dr. Amos Wilson said that poverty is also a form of violence, keeping you impoverished and not empowering you economically. That is violence, boo. Raping your children. You ain't figured that out. Raping your children. Breeding out your genetics. That's all violent. And you talking about, well, Africans don't know. They don't know like y'all know. Why? Because I come over here and y'all don't know that these race of people is living hound to hog and y'all is living with the goats in sewage communities? Which one is it, Africans? Y'all acting superior. No, it's you that's elitist. You acting like ain't nothing wrong. No, it is the government. It is the corrupt. Blah. It is the corrupt government. It is the and on Sunday they're talking about I love you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus. See, we can't listen to y'all no more. I see why they had to ding dong knock on the door of the black people because we seem like the only ones that really get it, and it's just a handful of us that do, and a handful of the Africans that get it too. It's just a handful of us. But the majority of the Africans and the black Americans, they just as sleepy as ever. So we have to make videos like this to talk to you, to tell you, no, you're not alone. It's happening. White supremacy is on its last leg. That's why it's happening like this. It's on its last leg, and we need the real warriors to only just be on code. Know how to use your energy. Stop asking questions over and over again. Dragonfly Jones in the middle. Don't know what to do, playing the piano, doing bundles, doing all types of senseless stuff, not educating your children or yourself and understanding who your open enemies are, just doing all types of random, foolish stuff in the middle of war. You want to laugh, you want to joke, you want to show up and be counterproductive to the movement. But it's on its last leg. It's on its way out. And I encourage you to be on the right side of history. Because this is history repeating itself. And I see which one of the ancestors I am. I come from the line of the ancestors that slaughtered their master. Okay? I'm making sure I got all my points. Okay. Slaves, y'all just go back to work. Go to your TikTok. Go to your little challenges. Go to this. We're in the middle of war, and that's why you don't respect yourself. You don't respect each other because you know if anything happened to you, ain't nobody got your back at this point. Nobody does. You shouldn't have nothing to say about people that have come back to the diaspora that want to be away from police brutality like that. It's no concept of that here. And we got Negroes in prison still. In prison. Ain't been nowhere, haven't built nothing, yelling outside the cell while we stupid for being in paradise. That's how they look, Lord. Have y'all been to an insane asylum? People in there just shouting and screaming. It don't mean anything. You ain't building nothing. You're not going nowhere. You locked down. You're locked down. And for the people that know that they need to get the hell out of Dodge when they open things back up, good for you. But the majority of your people and stuff like that, all they can do is just talk trash about us that's leaving and being a part of the revolution, and we migrated to greater opportunities and to safety like we're not supposed to want to live. We're not supposed to want to thrive. Y'all aren't even surviving. I can't leave it to a community of mentally insane and mentally ill people that are insane. They're doing the same thing over and over again. And you want me to do the same thing over again? I know. You get on here, tell me to tone it down, and all of that. Child, this is a good one that I think we have to remember. Become comfortable becoming uncomfortable. Become comfortable being uncomfortable. The idea that using psychological counter warfare against whites makes a lot of black people nervous. It's time to become uncomfortable with racism, unarmed black men and women being killed by race soldiers without impunity, unjust incarcerations, economic housing, and employment discrimination. And number 8 talks about having a maintained psychological distance from white people. During times of war, the military trains soldiers to see the opposing army as less than human, not for sport or entertainment, but to maintain a psychological distance, a toughness, so the soldier will be able to kill another human being, even when the killing goes against his or her conscience. It's a whole religion around killing you, and that's just good war tactic. Yeah, that's what you do. But y'all thinking y'all got friends, you up with them and believe in what they say. Your enemy will play dumb like a fox. But it's not so much them, because they do the same thing over and over again. It's the ones that keep helping them, that look like us. All skin folk ain't kin folk. You better learn that. And I get so excited when I see the B1 people that's on code. If you know about on code, you can put hashtag on code. If you know about Dr. Neely Fuller and the 1804, the Haitian Revolution, we family. We better use this platform to come together. We better use it to come together, because they don't care about you. They don't. We have no friends. We have no friends. Those of us that's awake, it's only about us. It's not about those that's just talk. And see, that talking will get you killed. That's what got all of our children, our babies, our men. That's what's continuing to get us killed. And until y'all know what time it really is and to start just acting like a real good soldier, a soft target will do. But y'all won't even do that. The self-hate is so strong. It's so strong. It lets some pop off right now. I always use this analogy when I got here. I said, you know what? If a white European man slapped me in the middle of town in the Gambia, first of all, you know, if I was away from my husband, but if a white, always think about this. I know they wouldn't have my back here. They would not have my back here, meaning, see, it need to be an automatic crush the white man. They need to automatically wipe him out, but they would just go off and talk to him and find out what happened. That's how they do. I know it is. We not waiting on y'all. Sorry, coons and collaborators. We're not waiting on y'all on the continent, and we weren't waiting on y'all over there. We just see you. But I have to tell the people that's awakened, y'all need to come over here where they ain't doing that to us, but trust and believe, we are the Negroes from the future, and we know how the story ends, and so we're not going to let that happen over here. It's already been an insidious process of oppression and violence towards you. Hell, just killing you outright is coming. It's right around the corner. Y'all want to worry about us coming out here and that's going to mess up inflation and da-da-da-da-da. Y'all so stupid, don't know anything about business to even say anything like that. As if us coming out here in numbers is going to be terrible for us financially. We're going to economically break it. It's going to become expensive. It's going to be inflation. Oh, Lord, it's going to happen overnight. Go to somebody's economics class and see how that really happens and see how that would actually be for our benefit. Oh, God, I'm not doing this. You cannot have educated conversations with dummies. They just brought it up to just deflect their fear. Well, you know, eventually, that's the context. Eventually, all y'all that's going out there, it's going to make it expensive too. Disgusting. We're so mentally ill. And you don't realize that over time, it's going to become just like Sandra Bland's around here. You worried about the trend of us coming out here in inflation, and you're not worried about the trend of our execution being there and entertainment coming out here? Wrong person. You have the energy is in the wrong direction to the wrong person. But we're not surprised at that, because 90% are brainwashed, basic, and brain dead. And we have I'm gonna add another category, bracic. People that's oh shoot, my shit coming down and everything. Hold on, y'all. Okay, this a head wrap tutorial real quick. See how I gotta get it right back on? You gotta find a crevice and tuck. Find a crevice and tuck. Okay. But it's like we have to realize at this point we've run out of time. We're just out of time, and I can't sit here and be fake with y'all. We have people that still want to ask questions and misuse their energy, asking questions that don't need to be asked because they just need an energy exchange. You gonna need this type of business? Do you think it's room for this business? And I've already told you, I can't lead you by the hand. If you need somebody to give you a yes or no to just go for it, like, you're out of touch. You need to be asking your ancestors, like, but you misunderstood what I was saying. No, did nobody misunderstand? This is the slow kids class, and we're watching a retarded kid get beat up senselessly, mercilessly, and that's the black community. Slow, real sweet. Don't want to bother nobody, just mind their business, but they getting beat up. You're getting beat up right now, and you're acting like the slow kid. Well, I ain't do nothing, but we ain't do nothing. That's so sad. That's all y'all got at this point. And we say, come on home. We got a network. We got housing. You're making it hard. You want to get on the phone with people and waste time. I'm not getting on the phone with I haven't done that since 2011. Wasting time for free. Well, I just got a few questions though. Out of here. Out. If you're watching people die, I should be able to roast you to hell at this point. I should be able to roast the ignorance. I have to watch people die. We have to be told that we wrong for leaving. Okay. And we supposed to sit up and endure the abuse with you. And you want to deflect all your fears and negativity on out of the new opportunity, which is Africa. We can be out here. We should have been out here. If you're not with that, get on, and stay in your jail cell. Stay in the jail cell, because we see at this point that you're enjoying the entertainment too. I couldn't even watch that video all the way. I don't need to see nothing else. I didn't need to see anything else. It was happening too much. It was happening just way too much. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I encourage you to do some energy clearing. Get a real plan for your life. Y'all better go to y'all ancestors and stop asking me stupid questions in the comments. And acting like you're scared and you're offended when somebody just say no and treat you like an adult that's at war. Somebody still got to hold you by the hand every step of the way. You need the emotional masturbation in the middle of war. Have you ever heard of such foolishness? People that want to just keep emotion. I need to feel good. I need to feel good. They know they're killing you. It's time for plans, clarity plans. Focus. 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, still don't know what to do. Using their energy in the wrong way, sending the wrong emails, mumble mouth, mush mouth, don't know how to say what they need to say. And you can tell them, listen, the sessions are $79 for 30 minutes. You can go to Cashapp ArtCathey, #ArtCathey. Here's a PayPal link. It's in the video, it's all over the place. You can say, book here, we got room. You know where any bed and breakfast is at in Gambia when I get that? You still don't get it. You got an opportunity to have a session with me to talk about everything, and you still want to put things in the comments. You can't help people that are hell-bent on being confused in the middle of war. That's where we're at. And you wanted me to talk about another man being kneed down and executed by the police? You think this is what it's about? No, that could happen because we got so many goofy people watching and they know how slow and retarded everybody's acting. How long y'all want to act dumb? It looks like another 500 years. But if that's not you and you be one, you are so valuable to the movement. If you're one of the Africans that understand and you're awakened, you're in the small majority. If you're one of the black people that's awakened to the BS, you're one of the small majority. So it's time for us to just see each other and not use our energy to talk against the truth in the middle of war. We see men get executed, and this is how you act? You want to tell somebody to shut up? You want to tell somebody, put your guns down, and I'm telling them, pick up and bear arms? That's what you're doing when you're in people's comment section, being counterproductive, talking about everything except for what you need to be talking about, getting your plan together, making that hard for yourself. You need to be so clear about getting here, getting somewhere to stay, and getting clear and centered and getting out of hell. That was the only thing I thought about it. Y'all talking about, what are the barbed wires? They concern me. Girl, if you don't shut up. Y'all got ADT, everything else, and all of this beautiful houses and getting shot and kneed in the street. And you on my videos talking about, well, why do they have barbed wires over the houses? Stupid. We sound like retarded idiots, and guess what? We're being treated like it too. I'm not that teacher. I ain't that white teacher that's going to treat you like you slow and give you extra time. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, you need to just calm down. When you tell somebody to calm down and they're seeing their people being kneed to death as entertainment, sweetie, you are one of the slaves that looked at the lynchings and just talked about it over a meal for entertainment. You know that you got chicken joy. I told him. Let me have some more. Like, and now you're just eating foo-foo. Oh, these niggas, they do not do it. I love Jesus. We are all God's children. When are y'all gonna die out? Those are the ones they got rid of first in the Haitian Revolution. I see why. I love all people. We don't need to resort to violence. We all God's children. Those are the people they got rid of first. That's why. Because we can't get anywhere. But that's diet, and that's why our moderators in the comments, we're cleaning y'all up. We ain't letting you even stay. We don't need your view. We don't need your energy because you're the enemy. You're a collaborator. We're out of time. You like to watch trauma porn. You like to watch it and you like to talk about it. But see, we're actually doing something about it. This is not a sport for us just to talk. We're building real housing. We're building real infrastructure and systems for our people to come and seek refuge. For those of y'all that's okay with your prison cell and you're comfortable and you want to bark from out your insane asylum padded wall, you go right ahead and we're going to thrive and do the work that needs to be done and get rid of the ignorance by way of truth and using this medium, this platform. I'm going to keep making these videos to let the people that are awake know it's not just you. You're not alone. It's time for us to talk in very clear and certain terms. We are at war, and we don't have time not to see who our open enemy is. I love you guys, especially those of you that are awakened. Thank you for liking the video, subscribing, making positive comments. And as I said, our moderators are in the comments, making sure that we ain't got no collaborators. We don't need that because it's just counterproductive at this point. It's counterproductive. We don't have to hear from you. We don't owe you an explanation. You don't get to, if you feel like you need to make a book-long comment too and chastise me, it's already going to get erased. It's getting erased. We don't do that either. I don't care what it's about. That's a bad use of time and energy. That's not an efficient use of energy. So all of these Africans, and it's mostly y'all. It's not the awakened black folks. It's the Africans. We knew it was a real bad... Ooh, y'all got a bad coon problem. Smell like old polecat in there, stinking up. Yeah, I got an old African problem here. Ooh, stinks, honey. Them Africans, they be wanting to be more European than African. I've heard them tell me that. I feel more European than African. I was like, what the hell? They love everything except for being African. And baby, you got to have more than eating some fufu and rice and speaking your language to be considered African for me. Because for one, if you still practice a colonized religion, sweetie, I'm going to have to still check you because we're not, Like, you cannot qualify me as an African. I really think it's hilarious when they try to qualify me as an African. Like, and you the most European that there is. You want to be European. Like, you don't mind if your daughter marry a white. Like, you okay with it all, but you checking me as it and asking me what my tribe is? I'm the tribe that's about to come and save everybody behind out here. You don't have to save us. Well, who gonna save you? Who gonna do it? The Chinese? The Arabs? The Indians? We don't need a savior. You damn, yeah, you do. You're laying up with the goats, and we barely have power and internet. You know, and then black people that's want to come over here, stop asking about the internet. How is the internet? We rocking and rolling, I'm doing just fine. My business is exploding. Like, do y'all really need to keep asking that? Obviously, it ain't that bad. See, but you have to have grit to be able to be in any environment and thrive. Y'all don't have it. Y'all still asking questions as if it didn't need to be asked. Don't worry about every single thing. You need to worry about getting out of jail. Could you imagine somebody trying to get out of a burning house and somebody come to save them up the ladder and they talk about, did you get that ladder at Home Depot or Lowe's? Is that iron or copper? I mean, it seems like a lot of people down there. Who all down there? That's how y'all acting about repatriating Africa with a lot of these questions. Like, y'all missing it. Y'all are missing it. And you don't have them many questions still as they kill you on live TV. I got questions for you. Why you got more questions for me in the most trite stuff and you in a burning house and you watching something that's going to be your redemption and savior? Like, what are you talking about? I'm not in the burning house. You do realize that, right? So why are you acting like we trying to make it hard for you? Well, I got questions, bro. Okay. You got questions? I just want to bring you down the ladder, ma'am. All I do. Why they can knee-iron me and why they doing this, Lord? This is why. We can't find our way out of a wet paper bag. We're making it easy for y'all to come on up out of there, come on out the burning house, and we got people that's still wondering why, asking silly questions. What airline did you fly on? I went on the next thing smoking. Well, please contact me soon, because I have a few questions. Okay, sure. I'm actually going to answer 6,000 people's questions all day. And I'm going to be active in building economic structure here and know that we're in a war. I got time to do that in the middle of a war. Okay. Hi, how are you? Yeah, it's me. Yeah, you like my videos? Okay, thanks. Yeah. I mean, it's cool out here. Like, that's what y'all want. Goofy as all get out. If y'all have the audacity to be this stupid and to watch your people get murdered and have the nerve to go right back to work and act like you don't know what the soft target is and you don't know the solution yet, I got every right to roast y'all. Too. So for those of y'all that are awake, again, y'all are a hot commodity. I love y'all. Y'all are my real soul family. You can put B1 in the comments so I can identify you, child. Because we are curating a specific like-minded community. Ladies get into womb school. You get first priority on everything. We need you awake, ladies. We don't work with everybody. I don't work with everybody, okay? We want specific black people because that's the spirit of Garvey. He wanted specific black people, specific ones. All right, and we can use this platform to do so. Thank you for subscribing. I'm just seeing the views go up, the channel subscribers go up, and these were the things that were promised to me as I got in alignment with truth and continue to do the work and be in line with my purpose. So I hope you guys can do the same, and thank you for your positive energy and support. Talk to you soon.